Welcome, traders, to another Tick Mill trading update with me, Patrick Munley. In today's video analysis, we are going to cover off some opportunities I see developing in the dollar index, the euro dollar, the Aussie dollar, and we're going to wrap things up looking at the S&P 500 using the E-mini futures contract. So let's get started here with the dollar index. We have seen the dollar advance through its interim trend channel resistance, extending up into the high volume node here on the daily time frame, 103.34s. What I want to be cognizant of on the weekly time frame, whilst we hold 107.06 swing highs, we have an ultimate downside objective, the quality objective into the 93s. We have weekly trend channel resistance coming in at 104.70s, 104.90s, 105 area. Moving to the intraday daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and we are tracking an equality objective versus the swing low we have in play now at 101.60s. Since we took out that trend channel, we are tracking an upside extension here, corrected move for now. And I'm looking for any pullbacks back into the 102.60 to 102.40 area. Watch for bullish reversal patterns there. I want to engage on the long side, targeting the next leg higher into 103.50s. Again, as pullbacks remain supportive, we are looking for 104.12 as the next upside objective. Now, at this stage, it's going to take a close back through 101.60, 101.40 to suggest that the current correction is complete and a resumption of the downtrend. Otherwise, I'm looking to trade into this weekly trend channel resistance and then watching for daily or intraday reversal patterns to re-engage on the short side for the longer term trend to the downside versus that 107. Moving to the euro dollar. So with the dollar index mapping higher, we're looking for further downside in the euro dollar. So versus the 110 swing high we have in place, we have a 107.35 downside objective. Now, I want to note that that 107.35 coincides with weekly trend channel support coming in around 107.10, 107.20. So that's what we're targeting on the downside now versus the 110. So let's look at how we could get into this. I'm looking for any moves now back into the 109 handle, 109.15 daily projected range resistance to set the next leg to the downside. So we could see a corrective move into that area. Next leg to the downside, so a break through the 108.50s. Should see us trade down into the 78.6% retracement of the last move to the upside, gives us 108.10. And then again, as the trend channel acts as resistance, we're looking for a final extension down into that 107.35, which should roughly correlate with that dollar index testing into the 104.11. And then from there, I'll be watching for bullish reversal patterns to re-engage on the long side, looking for a test of trend channel resistance, and then on into the high volume node on the 4-hour profile, which takes back up into 109.40s. Now, obviously, a loss of the 107.35 be a bearish development. Next downside objective, we move back into 105.60s, which is the high volume node on this weekly profile. Australian dollar. So the Aussie has been leading the charge low. We've had some good short setups in this with my trading group. And so what we're looking for now is a test of this equality objective versus the 67.47 swing high, gives us 105.16. So we're looking for one more extension to the downside to test into that support area. Note we have this structural support as well as prior swing lows. We also have monthly projected range support, 64.90. So from this area, I'm watching for bullish reversal patterns to play counter trend long, looking for a correction back up to test trend channel resistance into the 66.60s. Now from there, we'll see if we can break out and see if this correction is sufficient to start the next leg to the upside. Or if we fail at the trend channel resistance, then we're going to be looking for further downside extension. We have the weekly support down to 62.69 would be the next downside objective for the Aussie dollar if we can't break out to the upside through the corrective channel on this next attempt higher. And wrapping things up with the E-mini S&Ps. So tested into our weekly bull bear zone this morning, and we are trading this on the long side now in my strategy group. Got risk-free positions running versus the swing low we have in place. So what I'm watching now is for a test up into the 4800, 4805 is going to be a key test today. Now, if we get into that area and we get rejected from the trend channel resistance, in all likelihood, we are going to take another leg to the downside, and we can start to think about 4740 to 4735s as the next downside target. We have weekly projected range support coming in at 47.28. Alternatively, if we can maintain support at the weekly bull bear zone, we look for a close through the trend channel resistance to set the next leg to the upside. Our targets are in the 48.60s to 48.70s as the next upside objective. We want to pay attention to momentum divergence. If we get into this area and potential megaphone top developing here, so I'll be looking at fading any move into the 48.60s, 48.70s if that's what plays out. Alternatively, like I say, any rejection into the 4800, 4805 should see another leg to the downside. As always, traders, plan the trade, trade the plan, and most importantly, manage your risk. Until next time, thanks very much.